Welcome. I'm Shamice with Mom Life Cooking, where I create and share simple and sweet recipes that are healthy, budget friendly, as well as healthy living videos. Today I'm going to share with you guys 8 tips to kickstart a healthy lifestyle. Whether you're a mom like myself or just someone looking for some tips to get started for a healthy lifestyle. I hope you join me and let's get right into it. Tip number 1, meal planning. Meal planning might be a new concept for you, maybe it isn't, but it's definitely a game changer when you're trying to fuel your body with all the proper nutritional things that it needs. For myself, I do this weekly for my family. I sit down and think through all the meals that I want us to have for dinner, as well as any recipes that I'm making for my family that are breakfast and snacks, just to ensure what I put in our house are the things that I want us to be eating. If you don't have junk in your house, it's less likely to go in your body. Also keeps you from, stopping and getting food on the go that might not be the best for our bodies, as well as rummaging through your house trying to put a meal together. I then take my meal plan for the week and I put it on a menu board on our refrigerator. If you have any more questions or want any more in-depth information as far as meal planning, I'll link right up here as well as in the description box, but I have 5 tips for healthy meal planning. Tip number 2, have a stash of recipes. And what I mean by that is have recipes that are saved on your computer, maybe it's on your phone, or maybe it's the old-fashioned, index recipe card. But have those at your disposal, so when you're meal planning, it makes it easy for you to go through, pick recipes that you want for the week, and then periodically add to that. I will do that frequently. And if cooking is not something that you have a ton of knowledge or experience with, YouTube is a great resource. As you already know, if you're not familiar with the channel, but I have recipes that are saved on my channel, videos that are step-by-step on how to make something. There's a ton of other great channels out there that do the same. Pinterest is another great resource because you can search anything in there, recipes are gonna pop up. But use those awesome resources and then you can just save them on those sites as well. Tip number 3, foods to minimize. I'm not big on any type of diet. I'm more big on moderation. All foods, God created, and so all foods we should enjoy to some extent. But foods like processed foods is something that our bodies do not need. Things that have added sugar in it, like baked goods. There's so many recipes out there, and I have 2 as well on my channel, 2 muffin recipes that I'll link in the description box below, but don't have any added sugar. It's all about natural sugars like honey, maple syrup, applesauce. Your juices have a ton of sugar in them, as well as pop and soda, whatever you call it. But if you love that fizz, try some sparkling water. There's flavors out there, no added sugar, there's no calories. And then meats that we should try to minimize are like pork and beef. Those have a higher fat content. 2 other things that we should be minimizing is like our bread and pastas. If we're gonna eat bread, make sure it's whole grain. There's more nutritional value in that than white bread. And pasta. There's a ton of pastas out there that now have like a plant-based protein, which is something I highly recommend if you're gonna be eating pasta. Tip number 4, foods to incorporate. Fruits and vegetables, we all have heard that they're great for our bodies, which they are. They have a ton of nutritional value for our body, from vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, even some protein value. But sometimes it's difficult to figure out how to put these in your everyday eating. Salads are a great way if that's not something that you tend to eat or enjoy. Pan sheet dinners are great. Roasting vegetables, you can get a whole different kind of variety in a meal, and I just pick whatever's on sale and throw those in different pan sheet dinners and add some lean meat like chicken. So lean meats are things to start incorporating like chicken and turkey. Seafood is also something to add into your diet, have a ton of iron for our bodies. But also, smoothies are a great way to add in fruits and vegetables. You can almost put any vegetable in a smoothie and not taste it. I will do anything from carrots, broccoli, cucumber, celery, kale. Once you add in some fruits, you can't really taste those vegetables. And frozen fruits is a great way, especially if you're on a budget, because it's hard to buy lots of fresh fruit and be on a budget. And also with the smoothies, maybe your little one will sneak in a little taste. It's a great way for them to get in some added veggies and fruits as well. And lastly, I just want to mention that we need to make sure that we are incorporating protein into our diet. A great way to get some added protein is through beans, adding them on top of salads. Bean burgers is a great way, especially if you're a vegetarian or vegan is to make sure you're getting enough protein for your body. Tip number 5, physical activity. And physical activity can be anything. It doesn't have to be like an hour of rigorous exercising. It can be simply just walking. I think a big thing that our bodies need, not just for physical health, but for mental health, is to get outside, is to move our bodies. Our bodies were designed to move. I believe God designed our bodies to move, and He's given us one body, so we should take care of it by not just physically, but as well as mentally. Fresh air is so good for us. It helps with anxiety. And so just figuring out what that physical activity might be for you. For me, I love running. I love finding any like high intensity cardio workouts. Those are what I like. But it might be walking for you, or maybe it's yoga, maybe it's Pilates. In today's world where things are so much more expensive than they used to be, it's hard to, just go sign up for a gym membership. That's extra money, especially if you're on a budget. But YouTube is a great resource as well for finding really any kind of physical activity that you would like, that you might enjoy. So I encourage you to look on there. I will link a couple YouTube channels that I enjoy. Like I said, I love to run. I love high intensity cardio things. Those are the things that I love. But everyone's different. So find what you like and go and do it. Our body needs to move. Tip number 6, water. Lots of water. I read once that water literally is the river on which our good health flows. So our body needs water. A couple things that water helps do for our body. It helps aid in digestion. It helps to carry nutrition to our cells. It helps with our kidneys to keep them healthy. It helps to flush out any waste from our body, as well as keep it hydrated. So one challenge for you to think about, like, what do you wake up and put in your body first thing? Is it water? Is it coffee? I challenge you, if it's not water, to do so. Our bodies have been sleeping for 6 to 8 hours, and they're dehydrated to some extent. So the first thing we should be putting in our body is water. One thing I like to do is, as soon as I wake up, is I will get a cup and I will put in some fresh lemon, as well as a little bit of vinegar, and just a couple things that lemon and vinegar can do to help our bodies. So lemon, it helps with oxidation. Vitamin C, potassium boost, aids in our digestion and gut health, and apple cider vinegar. There are studies out there that show that it can be beneficial for lowering blood pressure, your cholesterol, as well as just getting rid of any harmful viruses and bacteria that are in our body. And so what I will just do is I will take a little bit of fresh lemon and some apple cider vinegar and mix that in my water first thing in the morning and drink that while taking any vitamins that I need. A couple things about water. If water isn't something that you are normally consuming and it's hard for you, getting a bottle with a straw is helpful. Or just say, hey, like, I have this bottle, I'm gonna try to drink 3 of these a day or 2 a day. Just start somewhere to get more water in your body. Tip number 7, accountability. Tell your spouse, tell a friend, whether you are on a physical health journey or whether you are on a mental health journey. Having someone in your corner is huge for you to be successful and to reach the goals that you are after. You need those people to come alongside you and give you encouragement, to give you that boost of, you can do it when things are difficult. And I know for, if it's a physical thing, like you're trying to get healthy for your body, automatically think of personal trainer, a coach. But in today's world where things are so expensive, prices are skyrocketing, you're on a budget, or maybe you're on a one-income family like myself, like, having a personal trainer isn't ideal. Facebook groups that are out there that are free, that can help you and kind of be your accountability. And also, like, having a friend who maybe is after the same goals as you are, or maybe they've already been on that journey and they love to just come alongside you and do it with you. For me, I love my friend to get up early in the morning with me. She sacrifices to do that with me. I can run on my own and I like to do it sometimes, but sometimes just having that person to run those miles with, to come alongside you and do it with you, makes a huge of a difference. So find accountability and get it in your corner. And if you don't have someone, send me an email. I'd love to be there for you, especially if it's anything along the lines of healthy eating, exercising. That is what I'm passionate about. My email address is right here, and it's also in the description box below. Tip number 8 is avoid after dinner snacking. Our bodies can sustain themselves until the morning when we have breakfast. And I'm not saying don't ever have that girls' night, that mom's night, or have that movie with your husband after the kids go to bed and you eat popcorn, because I do that. The problem is too often we are rummaging into our pantries and getting a snack before bed. And the problem with that is that it's added calories that our body does not have time to burn before rest. When we're at rest, our body is burning calories less. And so eating late at night is not the time to be putting calories into our bodies. One last thing I'd like to add is portions. You know, when we go out to eat, the portion size is way more than our body needs for a meal. And one thing about cooking at home for yourself is that you can control that portion, how much you put on your plate or how much you make at all for yourself or for your family. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you're new here, please leave a comment so I can get to know you. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell. If this is a place that you need to find some healthy living videos, or you're looking for healthy, easy, quick recipes to get on the table for your family. Until next time, thanks. Bye.